Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. And just wanted to let you know I made a promise to myself about something a while back, and I just held true to it. So, what I'm talking about is when I was thrifting a while back, I've had a couple of really close calls where I found like a prop or a product that would have been screen accurate, not screen used, but screen accurate as far as getting it as a prop from a Bond movie. And the first one was actually a Polaroid camera, except it wasn't the actual one because I saw it and I'm like, oh, that looks like the one that was in License to Kill, where the laser comes out. So I looked it up while I was at Goodwill, and I'm looking at it going, nope, this is a Kodak. That one's a Polaroid. It was really close, and the front of it looked almost identical, but it wasn't the same thing. And I told myself then and there, I was like, well, I could get this one and pretend it's close. Maybe you still use it as a prop. But I said, you know what? If I'm gonna spend money on any of these items, it's got to be screen accurate. And then I promised myself, if I do find something while I'm thrifting or at Goodwill, if I do find something that is screen accurate, I'll get it and start a screen accurate type collection. The second item that almost came close once was the tennis racket from Octopussy. And I couldn't believe that situation that happened with that. There was, I saw it. I saw the cover, and I'm just like, wait a minute, that looks really familiar. I remember the Bond experience on the David Zaritsky on his channel. He had shown the tennis racket for Octopussy a while back, and I was just like, oh, that'd be cool, if I ever found something like that. And so I had it in the back of my mind at that point. If I ever found something screen accurate, I would get it, but hadn't made that promise to myself yet until that Polaroid, that Kodak. Well, I saw it was the cover. It was the actual cover of the tennis racket, the correct one, but there was a different tennis racket inside. It was the same brand, except it was white. It wasn't black, as had been screen accurate. I was going to get it anyway because it was so close. But wouldn't you know, of all times, I've never had this happen, but a woman was getting things there at Goodwill, and she picked up that racket and stuck it in her cart. And I'm thinking, who would do that? Who, other than a Bond enthusiast? I was super curious. Well, who would do that? Who would pick up an old tennis racket and to buy it? And because I'm thinking only a Bond enthusiast would want to pick up something old like that. They're not going to use it. It's just going to be on display. I think she was buying it to like for her kid or something like that. So I was hoping. I'm just like, oh my goodness. I hope this lady just puts it back, changes her mind, doesn't want it, because I'm thinking this is, I mean, at Goodwill, and it was I think it was like $3 or something, and I'm thinking this is as close as I'm probably ever gonna get to finding that racket. Um, she never did. She never put it back, and I got tired of waiting, and I just cut my loss, and I was really upset. Not at her, but I was upset at the situation. Anyway, I held true to my promise just recently because literally yesterday I'm at a Goodwill. I'm looking through some things. I'm trying to find a few props to help me with to finish up my video on the secret mission that I've got going, because I have a whole new secret mission idea. I got footage for it, so I need to finish up my first secret mission, and I'm trying to find the right props for it. And as I'm looking around, I look down and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, it's the one." I'm not talking about the tennis racket. I'm talking about the Polaroid. And here it is. Here it is. Polaroid. It's the Spectra system. And when I went back and watched the movie footage, when now this is the camera it's in License to Kill, and Pam Bouvier, when she goes up into the hotel room with Bond, and Q is there, Bond's uncle, in the movie. Q was getting Bond's his fingerprint, his hand signature onto the gun, and she reaches into Q's bag of tricks and pulls out this Polaroid camera, and it shoots a laser out of it. And so I had to look it up real quick, because I had looked it up once, and I thought it was the one but then sure enough, I looked it up. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it is the one. It is the screen accurate. So this is my first screen accurate prop at the start of a collection. I don't have much room for a collection, but I don't think I'm going to find a ton of items as I go along, because I'm just doing this thrifting. I'm not ordering them online. If I run across them, I will grab them. So here's the Polaroid. And so yeah, when Miss Bouvier pulls it out of Q's bag, it even had the strap, and I was like, oh my goodness, this one even still has the carrying strap. And so there's the little handhold on the side, and so here's the back right here. Now there's all kinds of videos out there on how to actually use this camera, because this is a real camera. This is the real camera. It's not a toy prop. It doesn't have like the little laser pointer inside. I've seen some old videos where they put a little laser pointer in there, and so you could push the button and make it look like there's a laser in there. Now, this doesn't have that. So I've made a few alterations to the camera to make it just a little bit more screen accurate. But this is the screen product itself, the camera. And it was in pretty good shape. There's a little wear and tear right up here, right in because this is a soft cover, and so there was a little bit of wear and tear right there. But other than that, the button still works. And when I did some research, it was I never used a Polaroid before, to be honest. So I didn't know that the battery pack came with the film cartridge that went in there. So there's no batteries in here. I can't like test to see if the power works unless I actually buy film, which apparently they've discontinued. Okay, so let's open it up, because I did make a couple alterations to this. And here we go. There we go. All right, so I made that lens red. So got the red lens on there, and so that this right here is when she shoots, goes to take the picture, push the button, the laser comes out of here and shoots across the room. Now, when I looked at the footage of the laser, I was like, oh, that's so funny, because it was actually very funny looking, the way the laser shot out. It's got like little dots. You could, when you freeze frame it, you see the actual little dots that they made the laser out of on the film. But I mean, this is the actual camera from that shot, and in order to make it even just a little bit more accurate, Well, there we go. There we go. So we got the Polaroid, and that's the shot that she took. So we've got that. Got the shot that she took, the X-ray because of the laser apparently. So I guess let's see. I could that's where you put the film cartridge. So I guess what I could do is for display reasons, we could just kind of take that and let's see if we can, because I did it earlier, I was able just to kind of force it back, push it back up in there. I don't want to break anything, but there we go. So just kind of put it in there, and that way it's like, yeah, it comes right out right there. Because when Q takes it back, it had shot the picture out like this, and he's holding it, saying, you could have killed him, and then Miss Bouvier, she reaches over and pulls the picture out and looks at it. So there we go. This is my very first screen accurate prop from a Bond movie, and kind of a fun one, to be honest, to have one of Q's gadgets as a prop, a screen accurate one. And so just a little bit of research on this. So License to Kill came out in 1989. This camera, they made this camera. They started production on this camera, and it was being used in 1986. So 3 years. This camera was in use prior to the movie, but they were probably filming, maybe in 87, 88. Movie comes out in 89. So probably this camera was still, while they were filming, this was a new high-tech Polaroid camera at the time. So pretty fun. I'm excited to have it, and I look forward to having it on my shelf. Part of my Bond display that I've started. Got my little Moonraker shuttle over there that I put together. I got the Blackwell rum bottle, and just certain things. Just starting to build it. And if I find anything else along the way, I'll be sure to share it with you. So I appreciate you watching. I've been getting some new support recently, so I really appreciate it. So please continue to subscribe. Hit the like button, the comments. I appreciate the comments. Even if you don't subscribe, I appreciate a like and a comment, because it does, of course, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you look at my numbers, you can see I could use all the help I can get. So I appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.